Higgins for three. You betcha.
The pass to Miller outside three. Good.
Big block by Olsen.
Fryer in the paint. Now to Holzer. Left corner three. Bang! Bang! Oh!
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Go on the box, cracks, find your guard. Carson, goal, if you see middle open, you're your flash. Then look that side. Good idea. Guys, you cannot leave the guys with the basketball. Help them out. Don't leave them stranded. Okay, we have two. Hey, we got to get the backside. Hey, we got to get the
Okay, one, play it.
He's got two. Get a good box out. Get a good box. Swing it. There you go. Find it. Good. Nice. That's it. Got to do the ball. I got 13 now. Get! Come on, keep it up. They're up. Get it up, and going forward. Hit. Forward. Field.
Nice. That's good. Switch. You got 22. Hey, Brandon. You got 24. Okay, that's fine. You lay it down. It's fine.
Here, good class. 4.
Oh, dude. Good shot fake.
Stay there. Hand up. Don't get no.
Same thing we do. You know what's coming. Shot pass ready. You know what's coming. Read it, make sure it's up there. Come, Bill. Guys, aim on the ball.
City Hall fans, tonight we invite you to step out in the commons area to sign and write a well wish on the jerseys of our seniors. The jerseys will be framed and presented to our seniors during the ceremony after the JV game tonight. This is your chance to send them off with a positive note of appreciation and respect. Thank you.
as soon as I get it to reload again, it'll freeze for like 10 seconds. Okay. I'll see if I can figure it out. If not, I'll switch in between games. Okay. Alright, sounds good. Yep. Alright. Yeah. Alright, bye.
Fans, we have an update on the girls' game in Crosby. Crosby 59, Aken 13 at the half.
Take it to his body. Take it to his body.
Zero, that's it.
Good shot. Gotta rotate, gotta rotate, gotta rotate. Get there, get there, get there.
Higgins for three. You betcha.
The pass to Miller outside three. Good. Big block by Olsen.
Fryer in the paint. Now to the Holzer. Left corner three. Bang! Bang! Oh!
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Hello and good evening. Welcome to high school boys basketball coverage here on KKIN AM 930, FM 103.1 The Gobbler, and yourliveevent.com. We've got a good matchup tonight between the Aken Gobblers and the Pequot Lakes Patriots. Should be a good matchup. Second to last game of the regular season here tonight. We have a lot of score updates to give you throughout the evening as girls basketball section playoffs have begun. And so much more going on. Plus the Section 6A championship. We will update you on all that in just a little bit. But talking about our game here tonight, it should be a good matchup. Looking at how these two teams measure up. Brought to you by Stonemark Land Surveying. Contact Stonemark Land Surveying in Pequot Lakes for your property boundary measurement needs. Visit stonemarksurvey.com where every foot counts. Pequot Lakes comes into tonight's matchup with an impressive 20-4 record on the season. The Patriots with a victory in their last game last Thursday night against the Piers Pioneers at home, a 10-point victory, 64-54. For the Aken Gobblers, it's been a tough season this year, but they've improved as the season has gone on. They currently sit with a 3-21 record. Their last game last week against Detroit Lakes, a tough loss in that one, but that game was a 2-point game in the final few minutes of that matchup. So Aken's shown some toughness against some of the toughest competition, and a 4 overtime loss against Proctor last week. So this should be setting up to be a great matchup. Pequot Lakes finishes their season with 2 road games here at Aken and then at Little Falls tomorrow night. Aken finishes with 2 home games here against Pequot Lakes and against Staples Motley tomorrow night. That is how these two teams measure up. Brought to you by Stonemark Land Surveying. We still got the Valerian's Family Foods starting lineups and so much more coming up. Coming up next, you'll hear from the head coach of the Pequot Lakes Patriots, Rich Spitzka, getting us ready for tonight's contest. That's coming up next here as we have high school boys basketball coverage on KKIN AM 930, FM 103.1 The Gobbler, and yourliveevent.com.
Public schools is to empower our students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, staff, and parent involvement, all while learning in a safe environment. Our students take pride in being Gobblers and are supplied with the facilities and tools necessary to achieve our goals of student success. For more information, visit home.isd1.org. We are ISD1. Go Gobblers!
It's been more than just a family tradition since 1938. Purchasing a new Ford car, truck, or pre-owned vehicle from Aken Motors. Family owned and operated. Aken Motors offers you a stress-free car shopping experience. Need an oil change? New tires? Check out the low-price tire guarantee. Aken Motors has a full service department with factory-trained Ford technicians. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AkenMotorsCO.com.
Your home for the District 1 Girls Basketball Tournament at NDSCS is yourliveevent.com.
Stop. Hovelson, skip. Richmond, this would hurt for the Rebels, and it's a dagger.
From the quarterfinals on Friday, February 9th to the championship on Monday, February 12th. You can watch it all on your live event.
For these two. Open, Buckholtz, right wing 3.
Welcome back to pregame coverage of high school boys basketball here on KKIN AM 930, FM 103.1 The Gobbler, and yourliveevent.com. The Aken Gobblers hosting the Pequot Lakes Patriots, joined by the head coach of Pequot Lakes, Rich Spitzka. And coach, you guys have had a week off since your last game. How important was it to have that little bit of extra time to get practice in and kind of rest up some players before heading into tournament play next week?
You know, it was okay. I mean, it was nice to have a little bit of I don't know if the kids love all the practice days in a row, but, you know, it was good for us to be able to work on some stuff kind of when you get in the heart of the season and it's really hard to kind of peel it back and work on things. You're always trying to either get rested or get prepared for the next game. So, it was nice to be able to refocus on, fundamental stuff and, make sure we're all on par with, what we're going to do on both offense and defense as we move towards the playoffs.
And Coach, you mentioned at the start of the season you didn't have a lot of production returning and pretty much a new team this year. How impressed have you been with their development as the season has gone on, as they've looked just as good as they did last year?
Yeah, we're a little bit different. We're not quite as top heavy. It takes more people, and we're a lot more balanced than we were last year anyway. But our kids play their butts off. They play hard. We get everything that they got for 36 minutes. They're really unselfish. They play together. I'm super pleased with where we're at and how we've come together this year. And it's just been different. It hasn't been better or worse, just different. But our kids play their butts off. I'll take that type of team anytime.
And Coach, what are you guys looking to do on the defensive side of things tonight? Aken's kind of found the rhythm offensively their last few games. What are you looking to do to kind of slow down their offensive rhythm?
Yeah, we just got to limit the easy ones. Make them earn everything that they get. Isaac will give us some problems inside, so we got to keep him off the glass. But contest everything, make sure they only get one, and then the better we do of value in the basketball and offense, they hopefully don't get any transition ones or easy ones, and that should help a little bit too.
And then Coach, what are you guys looking to do offensively to kind of keep the scoring up for you guys? You guys have had some success offensively throughout this season.
Yeah, we just want to run the floor. Try to find some easy ones, but when it comes down to it, you just got to work the ball until you find the right one. Our shot selection's been really good. If we take the right ones, I like our chances. We got a lot of guys that can shoot, so it's moving it up and down the floor, making sure we don't turn it over, so we get a shot each time and finding the right one, and hopefully we convert some.
And then Coach, what are going to be some keys to be able to find victory here tonight?
Yeah, we got to take care of the basketball and rebound. I'd say rebounding is the biggest concern I have most nights, and with Isaac in the middle for them, it's even a little bit bigger deal today than most nights. But if we take care of the ball and rebound, hopefully we get some good shots, and if the ball goes in, it'll hopefully we'll have a shot at the end, and if it doesn't, it's going to be tough.
All right, Coach, thank you so much for your time and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
I was the head coach of the Pequot Lakes Patriots. More pregame coverage coming up on Kick-On AM 930 FM 103.1 The Gobbler and yourliveevent.com.
That's the District 1 Girls Basketball Tournament on yourliveevent.com starting February 9th.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Whether you have one item or many, we sell it for you.
Welcome back to pregame coverage of high school boys basketball here on Kick-On AM 930 FM 103.1 Gobbler and yourliveevent.com. The Aken Gobblers hosting the Pequot Lakes Patriots, joined by the head coach of the Aken Gobblers, Rob Mason. Coach, you guys had a week off since your last game. How has this week off been beneficial for you guys? I know you guys were dealing with a 4-overtime game last week, some illness across the team. How beneficial has this week off been for you guys?
It's been nice. We haven't had 3 days of practice back-to-back, since December, so it was good just to get in, get the guys some reps, and get back to learning.
And Coach, in your guys' last game against a very good Detroit Lakes team, you guys were in that game till about 10 minutes left in that one. What kind of confidence did you see from the team in that game, and how can you carry it over against another very good opponent here tonight?
And you hit it right there, the confidence. The guys know that if they play hard, they can go toe-to-toe. It's just we got to be able to do that complete game. And that was a great game to show them that they have that ability. That even though we're whatever our record is, and I told them not to worry about it, but whatever our record is, we can still compete. And they got to believe that, and I think they do.
And Coach, what are you looking to do offensively against a Pequot Lakes team that really likes to pride themselves on the defensive side of things and slow down high-scoring offenses?
Yeah, there's, the same thing we talked about quite a few times. Minimize turnovers. They're going to be handsy. They're going to be jumping. They're long. They're athletic. They're quick. They're second in our section, along with the other long, quick, aggressive defensive teams. The Crosbys and Ascos. So we got to try to take care of the ball, get some good ball fakes, move their defensive ball fakes, and try to find our cutters.
And Coach, on the defensive side of things, Pequot Lakes is talented all across the board. It doesn't rely on one singular player every night. It's a different score. What are you going to try to do on the defensive side to try to slow down their offense and play the game on your guys' terms?
Well, we got to be fast. We got to get out on their shooters, and we got to be able to collapse on their size. It's a great mix that they have there. They have speed, they have ability, they have shooters, and they have size in the middle. we just got to be quick. We got to be quick all over, get handsy. I know last week or so, Staples played them really tight, and they were very handsy, and they were trying to knock the ball away, and if we can get quick, maybe get some deflections, maybe we'll have a good chance.
And then, Coach, with tonight being senior night, talk about the impact the seniors on this roster have had for the team and just the impact they've had for this team and the development as the season's gone along.
Yeah, it has shown the underclassmen what it takes. You can never say enough about Tyson Sheen and Brecken Williams, our two senior captains, and what they've done to hold this team together through a lot of downtimes and through a lot of struggles. And then you got the other seniors. Tyler Grokey's always there pushing these guys in practice. Braden Smith has been injured a lot. He's got his poor back he's struggling trying to get healthy. But he's like, we can score. He wants to score. He wants to score. He wants to be that scoring machine. And then Ian McNevin, the quickness that he brings to the team. And, there's been some great lessons learned and some lessons that they've taught the rest of the team that's helped us grow this year. They've been a great group to be with.
And, Coach, with these senior night ceremonies, what's going to be the message to the team to kind of get off to a quick start and not let the ceremony linger into the beginning of the game?
I told the seniors this is their game. If they those 5 want to play the whole game, they got the green light. A game like this means absolutely nothing to our tournament standings, and I know other coaches would be all up. They know, if we win by this or we lose by this, we can change our standings. That's not us. These guys have worked hard. This is their night to celebrate and just be themselves and just go out and have some fun.
And then, Coach, what are going to be some keys to find a victory here tonight?
We have to get some rebounds. Pequot dominates the boards almost wherever they go. And if we can get some boards, get some box outs, and get some defensive stops, and hopefully that leads to our offense.
All right, Coach, thank you so much for your time, and good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
I was the head coach of the Aken Gobblers. More pregame coverage coming up on KKIN AM 930. For more, 3 on the Gobbler and yourliveevent.com.
Since 1938, purchasing a new Ford car, truck, or pre-owned vehicle from Aken Motors. Family owned and operated, Aken Motors offers you a stress-free car shopping experience. Need an oil change? New tires? Check out the low-price tire guarantee. Aken Motors has a full service department with factory-trained Ford technicians. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AkenMotorsCO.com.
Back here on KKIN AM 930 FM 103 on the Gobbler and yourliveevent.com. A good matchup here tonight between the Aken Gobblers and the Pequot Lakes Patriots senior night, as it is time to give you some score updates from around the area. Crosby Ironton against the Aken and girls basketball section 7AA first round. Crosby Ironton led 59-13 at the half. That one just went final with the Rangers getting the victory. Boys hockey section 6A championship, Northern Lakes against Alexandria. Last time we checked, 1-0 Alexandria with the lead there in the first period. A couple of other girls basketball scores to report from Section 7AA. At the half, Duluth Marshall 52-12 over Pillager, Pierce 36-4 over Greenway, and Pequot Lakes 48-18 over Two Harbors. Those have been your score updates from other games in the basketball and hockey world here tonight. As high school girls basketball playoffs beginning. Boys basketball regular season wraps up with these final 2 days here, Friday and Saturday. Second to last game of the season for both Pequot Lakes and Aken is coming up. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll give you the starting lineups for tonight's contest. That's coming up next here on KKIN AM 930 FM 103 on the Gobbler and yourliveevent.com.
Over 25 years of experience offering roofing systems in a variety of colors, materials, and textures, then call my dad at Mike's Miller's Roofing and Siding, 218-831-1907. Whether it's a tear-off or new construction, Mike's Miller's Roofing gets the job done right. Call 218-831-1907 for your free estimate and get your new roof installed before the holidays. That's Mike's Miller's Roofing and Siding.com or call 218-831-1907.
Here in beautiful central Minnesota, we get to enjoy nature every day. At Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative, we understand because we live, work, and play here too. However, just because you're not in the big city doesn't mean you can't have access to great internet service. Let MLEC Fiber give you the fast and reliable internet you deserve. Check to see if MLEC Fiber is available where you live. Visit us online or call our office at 218-429-0433.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Welcome to Aken Schools. Our mission here at Aken Public Schools is to empower our students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, staff, and parent involvement, all while learning in a safe environment. Our students take pride in being gobblers and are supplied with the facilities and tools necessary to achieve our goals of student success. For more information, visit home.isd1.org. We are ISD1. Go Gobblers!
It's been more than just a family tradition since 1938. Purchasing a new Ford car, truck, or pre-owned vehicle from Aken Motors. Family owned and operated. Aken Motors offers you a stress-free car shopping experience. Need an oil change? New tires? Check out the low-price tire guarantee. Aken Motors has a full service department with factory-trained Ford technicians. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AkenMotorsCO.com.
Your home for the District 1 Girls Basketball Tournament at NDSCS is YourLiveEvent.com.
Stop. Holvelson, skip. Richmond, this would hurt for the Rebels, and it's a dagger.
From the quarterfinals on Friday, February 9th to the championship on Monday, February 12th. You can watch it all on Your Live Event.
For these two. Open, Buckholtz, right wing three-pointer. Got it. Tickles a twine.
That's the District 1 Girls Basketball Tournament on YourLiveEvent.com starting February 9th.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation.
Because we not only work here, we live here. Growing Power is your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, delivering value beyond the power.
Back here on KKIN AM 930, FM 103.1 The Gobbler, and YourLiveEvent.com. Busy night in sports. We've got a couple other games on the airwaves. Section 6A Boys Hockey Championship with Northern Lakes taking on Alexandria. That's over on KLKS Talk 100.1. In Section 5A West subsection, Pine River Bacchus, the 6th seed, taking on 3 seed Nevis on Cash 95.9. Final score from Skeeter 101.5. Aken defeated by Crosby Ironton in Section 7AA first round matchup. Now time for the starting lineups for tonight's contest, brought to you by Valerie Ann's Family Foods. Place your order with Valerie Ann's Family Foods in Ossipee, featuring breakfast, lunch, and their famous single-serving dinners. Pick one up fresh for tonight or stock up to frozen entrees for the week. Valerie Ann's Family Foods in Ossipee, between Cross Lake and Merrifield on County Road 3. For the Pequot Lakes Patriots, coming in with a 20-4 record on the season. They're going to start a 5'10 sophomore guard, number 1, Blake Spitzka. A 6-foot senior guard, number 2, Clay Erickson. A 6'4" junior forward, number 5, Harrison Kennan. A 5'10" senior guard, number 21, Connor Coyle. And a 6'1" senior guard, number 24, Braden Smith. For the Aken Gobblers, full senior starting lineup tonight for senior night. They're going to start a 5'8" senior guard, number 2, Tyson Shodine. A 5'11" senior guard, number 3, Braden Smith. A 6-foot senior guard, number 5, Tyler Grolke. A 6-foot senior guard, number 11, Ian McNevin. And a 6-foot senior guard, number 21, Brecken Williams. Those are your starting lineups for tonight's contest, brought to you by Valerie Ann's Family Foods in Ossipee. And now it's time for the First Western Bank and Trust first opening tip. With First Western Bank and Trust, we're not just here for you, we are you, with locations in Baxter, Nisswa, and Cross Lake. It'll be Harrison Kennan jumping against Tyler Grolke, 5 versus 5, and tip 1 by Kennan. Pequot Lakes will start with the ball. Top, Blake Spitzka, now far side Braden Spitzka. Now it's top of the key, it's Blake Spitzka yet again. Connor Quayle near side. Braden Spitzka on that far wing now. A lot of ball movement from Pequot Lakes early on. Blake Spitzka, straight away 3, is rolled around and out. Loose ball picked up by Brecken Williams. Aken gets stopped on their first possession. Tyler Grolke, pull-up jumper goes. 2-0 Gobblers on their first possession. Connor Quayle traveled, left his feet, trying to make that pass. And the first turnover of the day for the Pequot Lakes Patriots. Inbounds goes to Brecken Williams. Little soft full court press from Connor Quayle. Williams in the front court, pass near side Ian McNevin. McNevin will hand that one off. Braden Smith, top of the key. Smith bounce past McNevin, cut into the hoop. McNevin, tough shot, no, but a foul is called.
Patriots foul for 5, Harrison Kennan, 2 shots for McNevin.
So Ian McNevin shooting 2. Score update on KOKS Talk 100.1. Alexandria leads Northern Lakes 1-0 after the first period. McNevin makes his first. 3-0 Gobblers lead. Second free throw from Ian McNevin. Back iron, long rebound, tipped around. And that one's going to be picked up by Connor Quayle. Blake Spitzka over to Clay Erickson. Erickson to Quayle on the baseline. Handoff. Harrison Kennan lays it in. Easy lay-in for Harrison Kennan. 3-2 Gobblers lead in the first half. 16:40 left on the Lakes Area Paint and Body scoreboard. Tyler Grolke at the top. Kennan guarding him. Give him the near side. It's Braden Smith. Braden Smith picked up his dribble. Bounce pass picked off by Blake Spitzka. Spitzka's going to slow it down. Lob pass to Connor Quayle, too high, and it's out of bounds. Turned over back to the Aken Gobblers. Little full court press now from Pequot Lakes. Braden Smith. Bounce pass Brecken Williams. Connor Quayle going for the ball. It's up Ian McNevin now. McNevin near side corner. Braden Smith now. Works his way into the paint. Pass off. Brecken Williams. Jump shot goes for Brecken Williams. 5-2 Gobblers looking pretty good offensively to start here. 16 minutes to go in the first half. Bounce pass, Harrison Kennan kick. Clay Erickson catch and shoot 3. Back iron. Braden Spitzka the offensive rebound and a reset. Erickson down. Connor Quayle under the hoop. Pass back. Blake Spitzka far corner 3. In and out. That was half down. Connor Quayle the offensive board. Blake Spitzka lob pass. Harrison Kennan in the paint. Kennan trying to back down Brecken Williams. Offensive foul on Harrison Kennan. So checking in will be number 11, River Summerness. Score updates. Section 7AA, Pequot Lakes defeats Two Harbors 67-21. Pierce 62-23 over Greenway. That's in girls section playoffs. Ian McNevin into the front court. Pass near side, Tyson Shodine. Shodine off to Brayden Smith, top of the key. Smith, step back, pass off. Tyler Grolke in the paint. Tough pull-up shot, air ball, out of bounds. It'll go to Pequot Lakes. 15-16 to go on the Lakes area Peyton Muddy scoreboard. 5-2 the lead for Aken. Braden Spitzka, Blake Spitzka, top of the key. Pass back, kick down. Connor Quayle at the baseline. Quayle on the low block. Aken calling for travel, not going to get it. Blake Spitzka on that far wing. Cross-court pass, Clay Erickson. Pass deflected. Quayle has it on that low baseline. Kick, Braden Spitzka, Blake Spitzka, far wing. River Summerness kick near side. Erickson for three. That's off the back iron. Long rebound chased down by Blake Spitzka. Another offensive rebound opportunity for Pequot Lakes. Connor Quayle, oh, that was in and out. Twice they've had him in and out, and a foul is going to be called on Pequot Lakes. River Summerness called for the foul. His first team's third. Score update in girls basketball section 5A West. Nevis 31-17 lead over Pine River Bacchus. That's on Cash 95.9. Brecken Williams from the free throw line. Short. Gets his own rebound. And the putback goes for Brecken Williams. Seniors playing inspired for Aken. They have a 7-2 lead. River Summerness kick. Blake Spitzka at the top. Clay Erickson on that far wing. Bounce pass, River Summerness in the paint. Summerness gets called for a traveling violation. Turns it over. Fourth Pequot Lakes turnover. Gobblers have been stellar on defense so far tonight. 14:08 to go, first half. 7-2 lead for Aken. Grolke up to Tyson Shodine. Shodine to Brecken Williams. He's going to try for three. That one was short, might have been deflected. Blake Spitzka looking to run. Up, Brayden Spitzka on that far wing. Back to Blake Spitzka to set the offense. Bounce pass, River Summerness on the baseline. Trying to go underneath, reverse, and one. River Summerness, nice move under the basket, gets the and one opportunity. Brecken Williams, first foul.
One free attempt for Summerness in for the Patriots.
Pequot Lakes, Ethan Quayle and Braden Dornsife check in. Rob Mason keeping the lineup together so far here tonight. He said it was up to them. If they want to sub out tonight or play the whole game. River Summerness free throw attempt is good. Do not know exactly what that whistle is for, but a reset. Tyson Shodine will be the inbounder. Little full court press from Pequot Lakes. Brecken Williams on the near side. Looking for someone to pass it off to. Gets the cross court pass. Braden Smith now over near side. Tyson Shodine. Smith over the cross half court line. Brecken Williams at the free throw line. Kick. Grolke. Shodine at the free throw line. That's a deep two. No. Blake Spitzka another rebound. Quick up court. Ethan Quayle give it to River Summerness. Bounce back Quayle to Blake Spitzka top. Braden Spitzka on that far wing. Dornsife. Summerness in the paint. Lost control. Gets it back. Dornsife blocked. Jump ball. Arrow favors the Aken Gobblers. So Tyson Shodine inbounds that one to Braden Smith. Aken playing some stellar defense to start this one off. Williams over to Smith. Up, Tyson Shodine in the front court. Braden Smith now, top of the key. Smith trying to work in. Tyler Grolke, catch and shoot, three off the mark. Loose ball, tipped around, picked up. Ethan Quayle, up court, bounce pass, Dornsife, back to Summerness, traveled. Dornsife traveled before the pass back to Summerness and a traveling violation. Fifth turnover by Pequot Lakes. Aken ball with a 7-5 lead. Brecken Williams up. Tyson Shodine. Back to Brecken Williams. Braden Smith now. Smith past Ian McNevin. Kick Williams. Braden Smith. Trying to dribble in. Smith, nice move to the hoop. Lay-in doesn't fall. Dornsife the rebound. Other way, Blake Spitzka. Hands that to Ethan Quayle and giving it back to Spitzka. Braden Spitzka, far corner. Dornsife now. Blake Spitzka near side. A lot of ball movement from Pequot Lakes. Aken staying solid defensively so far. Braden Spitzka bounce pass to Rivers. Summerness in that far corner. 10 on the shot clock. Summerness. Kick. Ethan Quayle. Blake Spitzka with 5 on the shot clock. Trying to make a move to the hoop. Blake Spitzka off the glass. No. Brecken Williams the rebound. Quick up court. Tyler Grolke in that far corner. Lob pass. Dangerous. Oh, Braden Spitzka couldn't get a hand on it. Ian McNevin near side 3. Short. Loose ball. Rebound Rivers Summerness. Blake Spitzka on that far wing. Picked it up. Back Blake Spitzka. Bounce pass Rivers Summerness. Trying to work on that low block. Kick. Dornsife. Little head fake. He'll give that to Braden Spitzka. Blake Spitzka on the far wing. 15 on the shot clock. Braden Dornsife. Cross court pass. Shot. No. Summerness the rebound. Rivers Summerness can't get the shot to go. Tipped around. Braden Dornsife. Loose ball. Jump ball. Arrow stays with Pequot Lakes. Isaac Osmus checks in for Tyson Shodine. Tulip Birkeland in for Pequot Lakes. And then Quayle on the inbound works his way in the paint. Kick out. Braden Spitzka didn't catch that cleanly. Clay Erickson, near wing, pass Quayle. Clay Erickson, near side, corner 3. Off the mark, Isaac Osmus the board. Up court, Isaac Osmus didn't catch that one cleanly. Brecken Williams on the near side wing. Gonna set something up offensively. Braden Smith back to Brecken Williams. Ian McNevin in this near side corner. Pass up, Braden Smith. Ethan Quayle not giving Smith a lot of room. Osmus, turnaround shot. Goes for Isaac Osmus. 9-5, Aken lead with 10.5 to go on the Lakes area paint and body scoreboard. Dornsife in the paint, dribbled it off an Aken Gobbler's foot, and Braden Smith picks it up. Smith has it ripped away though. And a technical foul has just been assessed. I believe it's going to go against Pequot Lakes for talking. Back to the official. So we'll have to see what this sorts out. Braden Smith got called for the hold on the foul. So technical foul is assessed to Pequot Lakes. Braden Smith will shoot the free throws. Smith makes the first free throw. 10-5 Gobblers. We got a boys basketball final. Detroit Lakes 81-55 over Crosby Ironton. Crosby Ironton over Aken 99-22 in girls basketball. Smith missed the second. And the unfortunate thing about that technical foul, the ball goes right back to Aken. So Aken ball, Brecken Williams. He'll dribble his way into the front court. Williams has that poked away, gets it back. He's stuck in the corner. Give off to Tyler Grolke. Grolke has that knocked away. Blake Spitzka with the other way. Quick hands from Pequot Lakes. Connor Quayle, far side 3, rattles down. 10-8, first three-pointer of the night for Pequot Lakes. Finally getting one to fall. Brecken Williams up to Ian McNevin. McNevin back Williams. Cross-court pass, Braden Smith near side wing. Smith Bounce pass over Brecken Williams. Gonna set the offense for Aken. 9.5 to go in this first half. Aken 10-8 lead over Pequot Lakes on the Lakes Area Paint and Body scoreboard. Williams, Tyler Grolke, pull-up jumper, too strong, and the rebound for Braden Dornsife. Clay Erickson trying to drive baseline, kick near side. 4-3, Connor Quayle. That one's short, tipped around. Braden Smith the rebound. Brecken Williams in the front court. Ian McNevin on this near side corner. Cross court pass to Grolke. Bounce pass to Auspis under the hoop. Oh, he can't finish underneath. Rebound by Connor Quayle. Great A scoring opportunity for Aken. Can't take advantage of it. Berkling kick out. Blake Spitzka, Dornsife. Tulip Birkin, far side corner 3. And over and back's going to be called against Connor Quayle. Foul against Pequot Lakes. Quayle gets his first.
And for Pequot,
Braden Spitzka. Mason Lundgren now in. Ian McNevin on the near side. Brecken Williams, they've got to get this thing over. They do just in time. Braden Smith now just outside the perimeter. Trying to dribble through a double team, and a foul is called. Foul go against number 12. That's Mason Lundgren. Tyson Shodine will check in for Tyler Grolke. Nevin gets that into Brecken Williams. 8.5 to go in this first half. 10-8 Gobblers in a low-scoring game. Shodine trying to work his way in the paint. Traveled as he lost his footing. Pequot Lakes has been aggressive defensively, but can't get the offense going here tonight. Give credit where credit is due for Aken. 10-8 lead for the Gobblers. Lundgren back to Blake Spitzka, top of the key. Mason Lundgren on the far side. Pass it around the perimeter to the Patriots. Near side, Clay Erickson in the paint. Braden Spitzka. Clay Erickson on the catch and shoot 3. That's off the mark. Tipped out of bounds. Gobblers ball. 1 for 8 from 3 are the Patriots here tonight. And with 8:01 to go in this first half, a 10-8 lead for Aken. Brecken Williams, pass back, Braden Smith. Smith gonna work his way into the front court. Heave pass, Isaac Auspis. Tyson Shodine in the paint. Swarmed, tried to pass that out to Brecken Williams on the near side corner. Williams has that knocked away, stays the Gobblers' ball. A little bit of scramble mode on that possession. Aken fortunate to retain possession. Ian McNevin will be the inbounder. McNevin looks for someone open. Tyson Shodine receives the inbounds passing. Braden Smith near side corner. Thought about the shot. He'll work his way in the paint. Lost his balance. Turns it over. 5th Aken turnover. Connor Quayle puts the brakes on. Near side corner, it's Clay Erickson. Pass up to Braden Spitzka. Mason Lundgren for 3. Too strong. Isaac Auspis the rebound. Brecken Williams will slow things down with 7:15 to go in this first half. Braden Smith for 3. Now it rattles down. A deep 3 from Braden Smith, 13-8. Gobblers lead with 7:05 to go on the Lakes Area Paint and Body scoreboard. Clay Erickson to answer. He does. What an answer by Clay Erickson. And it's 13-11. Brecken Williams back and forth. Now it's Ian McNevin. Back to Brecken Williams. Back Ian McNevin near side wing. McNevin pounds past Williams in the paint. Spin around. Rolls in. 15-11. 6.5 to go in this first half. Clay Erickson to Blake Spitzka, top of the key. Mason Lundgren now. Pass. Connor Quayle in the paint. Quayle. Kick. Braden Spitzka. Lundgren. To Clay Erickson on the near side wing. Cross-court pass to Braden Spitzka. He's going to try the 3. That's too strong off the back iron. Tipped by Isaac Auspis. And the rebound for Brecken Williams. Braden Smith in the front court. Double team comes from Pequot Lakes. Smith is swarmed. And Rob Mason's going to call the timeout as Smith was stuck in the corner. We'll take a quick break. High school boys basketball coverage here on KKIN AM 930 from 103.1 The Gobbler and yourliveevent.com.
How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments.
Back here on KKIN AM 930 FM 103.1 The Gobbler and yourliveevent.com. That was a Ganley's Restaurant in Nisswa timeout. Take a timeout with friends or family with a great meal at Ganley's Restaurant. Look at the Lakes Area Paint and Body scoreboard. 15-11 Gobblers lead. Lakes Area Paint and Body and Brainerd has been family owned and operated since 1976, repairing all makes and models, and will work with all insurance companies and is iCar certified. Lakes Area Paint and Body across from BIR. Their motto is back to exact. That's backtoexact.com. Braden Smith. Pass over Tyson Shodine. Shodine, dribble in. Tyler Grolke back in. Isaac Osmus, the only non-senior that's seen some playing time, and Grolke turns it over. 6 turnovers for both sides. Near side, Ethan Quayle cut to the hoop. Shot altered by Osmus. Dornsife lost it on the way up. And the Gobblers will get it back. Braden Smith in the front court. Crossover, works his way in. Kick. Grolke near side 3. It bounces down. Friendly home bounce for Tyler Grolke, and it's a 7-point lead for Aken with 5.5 to go in the first half. Blake Spitzka at the top of the key. Bounce pass to River Summerness at the free throw line. Kick near side, Brayton Dornsife. Summerness in the paint. What a pass to Quayle. Couldn't catch it cleanly though. Kick. Spitzka three's good. Blake Spitzka with the 3. Credit where credit is due. Pequot Lakes responding every time Aken gets a big-time bucket, but it's an 18-14 lead for the Aken Gobblers. Ian McNevin to Braden Smith. Pass to Isaac Osmus on that low block. Osmus swarmed. Kick. Grolke, another 3. That's too strong. Osmus on the rebound. Putback goes. Rich Spitzka was worried about rebounding with Isaac Osmus on the court. He's had some big plays. Dornsife 3, no. McNevin the rebound. That was a quick shot from Pequot Lakes. Isaac Osmus, he's going to try the jumper and hits it! Isaac Osmus, 8-point Aken Gobblers lead with 4:15 to go in the first half. Blake Spitzka at the top, near side, Braden Dornsife. Bounce pass, River Summerness out. Blake Spitzka straight away 3. Bounce off, no. Braden Spitzka on the rebound. Spitzka swarmed, trying to put back, no. Osmus the rebound. Tyson Shodine gets it over just in time to Ian McNevin. McNevin on that far sideline. Cross-court pass, Braden Smith. Dribbles to the top. Now McNevin had to get up for that one. Isaac Osmus on the low block. Turnaround shot altered by Summerness. Good defense there. Quickly the other way goes Pequot Lakes. Braden Spitzka to Blake Spitzka. Bounce pass, River Summerness on that low block. Turnaround kick. Traveled. Summerness picked up the pivot foot before getting the pass off. And a turnover by Pequot Lakes. Cody Kostick will be in for Isaac Osmus. Brecken Williams in as a part of the Schaefer's Foods substitutions. Schaefer's Foods in Nisswa has been family owned and operated since 1914. Proudly serving the Lakes area for 4 generations. Schaefer's values old-time traditional service, including carry-out service to your vehicle. Schaefer's Foods in Nisswa. Grolke cut to the hoop. Wild shot, no good. Clay Erickson a rebound. Up court, pass, Dornsife, kick, Erickson, top of the key. It's now Blake Spitzka. Blake Spitzka trying to roll in. Connor Quayle in the paint with a underneath finger roll goes for Connor Quayle. 22-16, under 3 to go on the Lakes Area Paint and Body scoreboard in this first half. Tyson Shodine, bounce pass, Brecken Williams. Back to Shodine, a dangerous play. Gobblers don't get it over in time. Rob Mason was calling for a timeout and no one saw it. And Pequot Lakes forced the turnover. Blake Spitzka, the inbounds pass. Braden Dornsife, bounce pass, Connor Quayle. Quayle back to Dornsife. Dornsife, Blake Spitzka, top of the key. Braden Spitzka on that far wing. Blake Spitzka, he's going to try the three. That's off the mark. Ian McNevin, the rebound. Brecken Williams trying to bounce that one up. Kicked ball. It was out off Pequot Lakes anyways. It's going to stay Aken ball. This pressure has caused some problems for Aken as of late. Tolip Berkland checking in as a Schaefer's Foods substitution. Looks like Pequot Lake's going to back a little bit of the press off. Connor Quayle tried to get the steal on the inbound, unable to. Williams to the hoop. Blocking foul on Braden Spitzka and Brecken Williams to shoot 2 free throws.
Foul. Braden Spitzka, 2 shots for Williams.
Brecken Williams, 2 free throws with 2:20 to go in this first half. Williams' first free throw rolls off. He'll have one more, trying to extend the Gobblers' lead. Second free throw for Brecken Williams. Back iron, no good. And 2 Pequot Lakes Patriots win for that rebound. Almost went out of bounds. But Blake Spitzka gets it to the front court. Clay Erickson gonna catch and shoot, knocking down the 3. Second 3-point basket for Clay Erickson. And the 8-point lead's been cut to 3 for Aken with 2 minutes to go in this first half. McNevin into the front court, put the brakes on, kick to Brecken Williams. Pass off, Cody Kostick didn't catch it clean. Kostick turnaround shot, wild off the back glass. Connor Quayle the rebound. Up court goes Blake Spitzka. Pequot Lakes can tie with a 3. It's Clay Erickson on the near side wing. Blake Spitzka top of the key. Tulip Berkland back to Spitzka. Berkland. 2, Braden Spitzka on that far corner. 4-3, no. Erickson offensive rebound, putback goes. Clay Erickson, perfect place at the right time there. McNevin kick to Kostick on that far corner. Cody Kostick, it bounces in and out. That one was half down. Other way go the Patriots. Can take the lead here. Clay Erickson, that one's off the mark. Tipped around, Brecken Williams the rebound. Williams loses the ball. Blake Spitzka, Berkland. Spitzka's going to try the 3. And hits Blake Spitzka. And the Patriots take their first lead of the night with just under a minute to go in this first half. Ian McNevin back to Brecken Williams. Cody Kostick, cross-court pass to McNevin. Williams. Brecken Williams to Ian McNevin on the near side. Cody Kostick in that paint. A tough shot again. And the rebound for Pequot Lakes. Like about a 3-second difference shot clock to game clock. Pequot Lakes going to use a little clock. Blake Spitzka going to dribble out a little bit, run down the clock, and most likely take the last shot of this first half. 15 on the shot clock, 15 now on the game clock. 10 on the shot clock, Blake Spitzka. 5 on the shot clock, Spitzka. Fakes the handoff to Erickson. Blake Spitzka kick. Berkland for 3. In and out. McNevin the rebound. McNevin. Aken calling for a foul as he was swarmed. No foul called. That is the end of the first half. Your score on the Lakes Area Paint and Body scoreboard. Pequot Lakes 24, Aken 22. We'll take a break and come back with the Vaughn Hanson's Meat Market's halftime report next here on KKI AM 930, FM 103.1 The Gobbler, and yourliveevent.com.
And plan at enbridge.com.
It's been more than just a family tradition since 1938. Purchasing a new Ford car, truck, or pre-owned vehicle from Aken Motors. Family owned and operated. Aken Motors offers you a stress-free car shopping experience. Need an oil change? New tires? Check out the low-price tire guarantee. Aken Motors has a full service department with factory-trained Ford technicians. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AkenMotorsCO.com.
If you are looking for a local team that brings over 25 years of experience, offering roofing systems in a variety of colors, materials, and textures, then call my dad at Mike's Miller's Roofing and Siding, 218-831-1907. Whether it's a tear-off or new construction, Mike's Miller's Roofing gets the job done right. Call 218-831-1907 for your free estimate and get your new roof installed before the holidays. That's Mike's Miller's Roofing and Siding.com or call 218-831-1907.
Here in beautiful central Minnesota, we get to enjoy nature every day. At Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative, we understand because we live, work, and play here too. However, just because you're not in the big city doesn't mean you can't have access to great internet service. Let MLEC Fiber give you the fast and reliable internet you deserve. Check to see if MLEC Fiber is available where you live. Visit us online or call our office at 218-429-0433.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Welcome to Aken Schools. Our mission here at Aken Public Schools is to empower our students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, staff, and parent involvement, all while learning in a safe environment. Our students take pride in being gobblers and are supplied with the facilities and tools necessary to achieve our goals of student success. For more information, visit home.isd1.org. We are ISD1. Go Gobblers!
It's been more than just a family tradition since 1938. Purchasing a new Ford car, truck, or pre-owned vehicle from Aken Motors. Family owned and operated. Aken Motors offers you a stress-free car shopping experience. Need an oil change? New tires? Check out the low-price tire guarantee. Aken Motors has a full service department with factory...
Back here on KKN AM 930, FM 103.1 The Gobbler, and YourLiveEvent.com. You're listening to the Von Hanson's Meat Market in Baxter halftime report, and we've got a good game here tonight. 24-22, Pequot Lakes Patriots lead the Aitkin Gobblers at the half on the Lakes Area Paint and Body scoreboard. Gobblers led by as many as 8. Pequot Lakes finally took the lead with just under a minute to go in that first half and go to the halftime locker room with this 2-point lead. Looking at the first half stats, turnover-wise, Aken with 8, Pequot Lakes with 7. Shooting-wise, Aken shooting 39% from 2. Pequot Lakes shooting 40% from 2. Aken is 33% from 3, while Pequot Lakes is 29% from 3. Aken 38% overall, Pequot Lakes 33% overall. The difference in the ball game has been the Aken Gobblers not necessarily relying on the 3 tonight. They've been doing a lot of work inside the paint. 7 out of 18 from 2-point range, whereas Pequot Lakes pretty much played a different kind of game. 5 out of 17 from 3, 4 out of 10 from inside the perimeter. So something to keep an eye on as this develops into the second half. If Pequot Lakes can kind of ride the hot hand they kind of picked up towards the end of that half. They started that first half cold as ice. I believe it was 1 for 12 starts from 3. They kind of warmed up, hitting 4 out of their last 5. For Aken, it's pretty much, head coach Rob Mason mentioned it, just lay it all out on the line. He's putting his seniors, letting them really make the decision when they want to sub out and all that. And they've played a really good game. And the story of that first half, Tyler Grolke, 5 big points for the Aken Gobblers. Brecken Williams had 6. Osmus had 6. Braden Smith with 4. There was a technical foul issued in the first half against Pequot Lakes. Other than that, we got a 2-point ball game between these two section foes. And conference foes, to be honest. So it's going to be an interesting second half here if the Aken Gobblers can find a way to get the victory. They were in a similar situation last week against Detroit Lakes. They trailed by 2 with just under 10 minutes to go in that one, and then they kind of ran out of gas as the Aken Gobblers played a 4 overtime game just 2 nights before that Detroit Lakes game. They've had a whole week off before this one. So did Pequot Lakes. We'll see. We will see if fatigue, it shouldn't be a factor in the second half here for the Aken Gobblers. Score update in hockey. Alexandria is all over Northern Lakes. It's 4-0 now. That one's in the second period. A couple score updates that we have. In a Section 7 AA girls basketball, final scores: Pequot Lakes 67-21 over Two Harbors. Piers 62-23 over Greenway. At the half in Section 5A, West Pine River Bacchus trails Nevis 31-17. Crosby Ironton all over Aken tonight, 99-22 in 7AA girls basketball first round coverage. Also a boys basketball final, Detroit Lakes 81-55 over Crosby Ironton. We've got a good one here heading to the second half. 24-22, Pequot Lakes Patriots with the lead on the Lakes Area Paint and Body scoreboard. You've been listening to the Von Hanson's Meat Market in Baxter halftime report. Von Hanson's Meat Market in Baxter wishes the Patriots and the Lightning the best of luck. Von Hanson's is more than just the best selection of quality meats. Try their famous specialty pretzels. Von Hanson's in Baxter and at vonhansons.com. We bring you the best. After this break, we'll bring you the second half coming up next year. High school boys basketball coverage on KKIN AM 930, FM 103 on the Gobbler, and yourliveevent.com.
Appointments and vehicle inventory, visit AkenMotorsCO.com.
Your home for the District 1 girls basketball tournament at NDSCS is yourliveevent.com.
Stop. Holvelson, skip. Richmond, this would hurt for the Rebels, and it's a dagger.
From the quarterfinals on Friday, February 9th to the championship on Monday, February 12th. You can watch it all on Your Live Event.
For these two. Open, Buckholtz, right wing three-pointer. Got it. Tickles a twine.
That's the District 1 girls basketball tournament on yourliveevent.com starting February 9th.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
It's been more than just a family tradition since 1938. Purchasing a new Ford car, truck, or pre-owned vehicle from Aken Motors. Family-owned and operated. Aken Motors offers you a stress-free car shopping experience. Need an oil change? New tires? Check out the low-price tire guarantee. Aken Motors has a full service department with factory-trained Ford technicians. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AkenMotorsCO.com.
If you are looking for a local
.isd1.org. We are ISD1. Go Gobblers!
And as we start the second half here, Ian McNevin, bounce pass Brecken Williams, turnaround shot, banks in! And just 13 seconds into the second half, we're tied back up at 24. Blake Spitzka. Lob pass Harrison Kennan did not play a lot in that first half. Connor Quayle lays it in. Kennan with those 2 fouls in that first half pretty much made him sit a lot of minutes with those 2 fouls. Grolke on that far wing has it poked away. Braden Spitzka takes it away. Up to Blake Spitzka. Pass to Kennan. Kick. Blake Spitzka near side didn't take the shot. Bench thought he was. Clay Erickson's going to try the shot. That one too strong. And, oh, McNevin didn't catch it cleanly. It rips out of bounds. And Pequot Lakes ball. Pass in, Braden Spitzka with a little head fake, works his way in the paint. Blake Spitzka, 4-3, rolls around, tipped up. Brecken Williams the rebound. Ian McNevin in the front court. Pass to Williams on the paint. Kick. Tyler Grolke's going to try the 3. Too strong. Clay Erickson the board. Connor Quayle on that far side corner. Cross-court pass to Blake Spitzka. Lob pass, Harrison Kennan lays it in. Kennan had position. Gets the lay-in to go. Shodine showing the pass fake. Now it's Braden Smith up. Ian McNevin. Brecken Williams. Back to Braden Smith. Not a good pass. Smith stuck in that corner, and it goes through the hands of Tyler Grolke. 10th turnover by the Aken Gobblers, and it's Pequot Lakes ball. Ethan Quayle and Braden Dornsife check in as Schaefer's Food substitutions. Braden Spitzka into the front court with a 4-point lead. Spitzka kick, Blake Spitzka bounce pass. Handoff, Kennan didn't catch that cleanly. Dornsife picks it up. Blake Spitzka's open, far side 3. Too strong. Kennan the rebound. Kennan lays it in. Huge impact that Harrison Kennan has made. He had to sit most of the first half with those 2 fouls. It's a 6-point Pequot Lakes lead. Dangerous bounce pass from Shodine. Braden Smith top of the key. Brecken Williams at the free throw line. Gonna try the jump shot and gets the bounce. Brecken Williams, 15.5 to go in this second half. 30-26, Dornsife. Ethan Quayle on the baseline. Dornsife to Harrison Kennan. Kennan, Dornsife, 4-3, too strong. Offensive rebound, and 1. Ethan Quayle, and 1 opportunity for Pequot Lakes, and their offense has been humming to start this second half. Isaac Osmus going to check in, deal with the issue that Harrison Kennan presents with his size. Tyler Grolke will check out. Ethan Quayle, the free throw. He's good. Finishes 3-point play. 33-26, Patriots lead. McNevin. Cross-court pass to Brecken Williams. Williams gives it back to Ian McNevin, and they play catch back and forth. Braden Smith, kick. McNevin trying to dribble around. Brecken Williams now on the near side. Lob pass too far over in front, taken away by Harrison Kennan. Dolph Birkland into the front court. Dribble, baseline, Quayle, kick. Birkland, he works his way into the paint. Braden Spitzka, far side 3, short. Tipped around. Harrison Kennan, another offensive rebound, and a foul on Isaac Osmus. Harrison Kennan has been a force to be reckoned with here to start this second half. Another Schaefer's Food substitution coming in will be River Summerness. Harrison Kennan's first free throw is good. Actually, that's Clay Erickson, pardon me. Clay Erickson as a Schaefer's Foods substitution. Schaefer's Foods in Nisswa has been family owned and operated since 1914, proudly serving the Lakes area for 4 generations. Schaefer's values old-time traditional service, including carry-out service to your vehicle. Schaefer's Foods in Nisswa. 2 for 2 for Harrison Kennan. And the lead's grown to 9 for Pequot Lakes. And a turnover by Aken. Birkland, Erickson, back to Birkland. Harrison Kennan in the paint. Kennan trying to back his player down. Traveled. Williams, Tyson, Shodine, 14.5 to go on the Lakes area paint and body scoreboard. 35-26, the lead. McNevin, Osmus screaming for the ball, not going to get it to him. Braden Smith up, Shodine knocked away. Tolif Birkland picks up the foul. So Braden Smith will be the inbounder. He'll get that to Tyson Shodine. Up to Brecken Williams. Williams waiting for someone to get open. He gives it to Shodine. Shodine going to dribble in, hand it back to Braden Smith. Smith's pass deflected. Williams trying to rip it away. Jump ball. Arrow favors Pequot Lakes. Blake Spitzka gets that into Tolif Birkland. Clay Erickson, far wing. Connor Quayle left alone on the baseline. Has it ripped away by Brecken Williams. Braden Smith into the front court. He is swarmed by Quayle. Brecken Williams, bounce pass Harrison, Isaac Osmus actually, pardon me. His shot, no. Harrison Kennan the rebound. Clay Erickson, deep 3, knocks it down. Clay Erickson's third 3 on the night. 38-26, Patriots starting the second half on a 14-4 run. Braden Smith, that's a deep shot, too strong, long rebound, back to Braden Smith. Smith has that poked away. Harrison Kennan will pick it up. 14th turnover for Aken. Connor Quayle near side. Quayle, Blake Spitzka. Pequot Lakes has found some offensive rhythm in this second half. Tolif Birkland for 3. No. Bounced around. Isaac Osmus the rebound. Braden Smith trying to work his way in. Lost it on the way up. Bounce pass. No look pass. Lay in for Clay Erickson. Patriots look like a completely different team here in the second half. Brecken Williams up to Tyson Shodine. They get it over in time. Braden Smith's going to try a deep 3. He rolls around, tipped up, and Birkland the rebound. Up, Harrison Kennan with the lay-in. And Rob Mason's going to call the timeout. 12-11 to go on the Lakes area paint and body scoreboard. Pequot Lakes has grown this one to a 42-26 lead on KKI AM 930, FM 103.1 The Gobbler, and yourliveevent.com.
Offering roofing systems in a variety of colors, materials, and textures, then call my dad at Mike's Miller's Roofing and Siding, 218-831-1907. Whether it's a tear-off or new construction, Mike's Miller's Roofing gets the job done right. Call 218-831-1907 for your free estimate and get your new roof installed before the holidays. That's Mike's Miller's Roofing and Siding.com or call 218-831-1907.
Parties, Cayuga Lanes has you covered for fun. Also keep an eye out for league play as well. Whether you're a pro or just looking for a great time, Cayuga Lanes is the place to be. Call and play in your party at 218-456-5027. Cayuga Lanes, located on Main Street in Crosby, open Wednesday through Monday, 2 to 9.
Back here on KKI AM 930, FM 103.1 The Gobbler, and yourliveevent.com. Our good eye play of the game Our good eye of the game brought to you by Pequot and Cross Lake Ice Center. Blake Spitzka's bounce pass to Clay Erickson, no look to get that lay-in, forced the timeout. Pequot and Cross Lake Ice Center is your local eye care provider where convenience and excellence meet. Contact Dr. Todd Weidel, staying focused with healthy eyes and good eyesight. Make your appointment today at PequotEyeCenter.com. It was 24-22 at the break. It's now 42-26 on the Lakes Area Paint and Body scoreboard in favor of the Aken Gobblers. With 12 to go. Costa kick to McNevin. Ball poked away. Cody Costa gets the friendly bounce. Aken trying to give one more push here. Just under 12 to go. Dornsife, Rivers, Summerness at the free throw line. Summerness hands that back to Spitzka. Ethan Quayle tries to drive baseline. That pass deflected in, taken away by Aken. Final, Nevis 62-46 over Pine River Bacchus. Cody Kostick, far corner three. He doesn't get the bounce on that one. Rebound tipped around, and Ethan Quayle has it. Blake Spitzka, pass to Braden Spitzka. Braden Spitzka brings it towards center, and he'll run the offense. Braden Spitzka, kick, Dornsife, Quayle, Braden Spitzka, Blake Spitzka, far side. Ethan Quayle trying to drive baseline, handoff, River Summerness, kick, Blake Spitzka, far side three, rolls around, Isaac Osmus the rebound. Brecken Williams, pass over to Tyson Shodine. Shodine puts the brakes on and nearly turns it over. Loose ball, he does turn it over. Putting the brakes is Blake Spitzka. Kick, Braden Spitzka, near side wing. He'll dribble back towards center and reset. Swing pass over, Dornsife. Ethan Quayle on the low block. Braden Spitzka, Dornsife near corner. Trying to work his way in. Osmus was all over him. Ethan Quayle near side three, rims around. Ian McNevin the rebound. Patriots haven't really heated up from three here in the second half. It's been the impact of their two-point shooting. Shodine in the paint. That shot too strong. Braden Spitzka's going to slow it down a little bit. Kick, Dornsife near side. Pass back and forth with Ethan Quayle. River Summerness in the paint. Blake Spitzka, Braden Spitzka now. And again, Braden Spitzka's going to try and run the offense. Kick, near side, Braden Dornsife three. Knocks it down. That's a Pizza Ranch three. Timeout, Pequot Lakes. 9:42 to go, second half. 45-28, Patriots lead on KKIN AM 930 from 103.1 The Gobbler and YourLiveEvent.com.
Get to enjoy nature every day. At Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative, we understand because we live, work, and play here too. However, just because you're not in the big city doesn't mean you can't have access to great internet service. Let MLEC Fiber give you the fast and reliable internet you deserve. Check to see if MLEC Fiber is available where you live.
We are back here on KKIN AM 930 FM 103.1 The Gobbler and YourLiveEvent.com. Look at the Lakes Area Paint and Body scoreboard. Lakes Area Paint and Body in Bernard has been family owned and operated since 1976, repairing all makes and models, and will work with all insurance companies and is ICAR certified. Lakes Area Paint and Body across from BIR. Their motto is Back to Exact. That's backtoexact.com. 9:42 to go in the second half. 45-28 lead for Pequot Lakes. It was a 2-point lead for the Patriots at the half. Braden Smith gets that into Brecken Williams. Williams cross pass, Isaiah Baker, his first appearance of the night. Brecken Williams up. Tyler Grolke. Pass, Baker in the paint. Floater, rims off. Erickson the rebound. Isaiah Baker trying to poke it away, unable to successfully. Braden Spitzka. Bounce pass over to Tulip Birkland. Connor Quayle to Harrison Kennan in the paint. Kennan, kick, Birkland. Back to Braden Spitzka at the top. Near side, Clay Erickson. Connor Quayle near corner three. Short. Harrison Kennan tips it to himself. Oh, he missed the lay-in, though. Gets his back and can't make the second one. Isaiah Baker cleans up the mess. Two good chances for Baker, and a foul is called. Birkland called for his second. Just under 9 to go here in the second half. 45-28. Cody Kostick. Pass to Brecken Williams. Williams back to Kostick. Lay in. No. Get it back. Blocked. What a block from Connor Quayle. And Clay Erickson the rebound. Braden Spitzka in the front court. What a pass to Clay Erickson on the near side. Connor Quayle at the baseline. Bounce pass. Kennan lays it in. Harrison Kennan's been a force to be reckoned with in the second half. He missed most of the first half with those 2 early fouls. Brecken Williams. Back to Isaiah Baker in the front court. Baker, bounce pass to Williams. Braden Smith. Brecken Williams, turnaround shot. That one just short. Clay Erickson, another rebound for Pequot Lakes. Connor Quayle, far corner, left alone. He hits it. That's a Pizza Ranch 3 for Connor Quayle. It's 50-28. Just under 8 to go on the Lakes Area Paint and Body scoreboard. Brecken Williams. Drive to the hoop. Lay-in. Oh, he missed it short. Other way goes Pequot Lakes. Braden Spitzka, Clay Erickson. Tolif Birkland at the top. Birkland looks for a cross-court pass. Connor Quayle on that baseline. Works his way into the low block. Kick, Spitzka, Birkland, 4-3. Yes! Tolif Birkland, the Pizza Ranch 3. And Pequot Lakes is heated up here in the second half, 53-28. Brecken Williams into the front court. Both sides bringing in a lot of substitutions at the next whistle. Williams in the paint. Blocked by Kennan. Cody Costa gets it back. Isaiah Baker on the near side. From the free throw line, that's blocked by Quayle. Connor Quayle. Pass. Harrison Kennan in the paint. Lays it in. 55-28. Pequot Lakes is open to this one up with 6:45 to go in the second half. Bounce pass, Brecken Williams up to Tyler Grolke. Isaiah Baker, 4-3. Yes! Isaiah Baker, the Pizza Ranch 3. 51-35, 6.5 to go on the Lakes Area Paint and Body scoreboard. Clay Erickson, Connor Quayle on the near side corner. Braden Spitzka kick to Erickson. He tries to answer. He does! Erickson's got 4 threes on the night. That's a Pizza Ranch 3. It's 58-31. Brecken Williams. Bounce pass to behind Isaiah Baker. It's turned over. 16th Aken turnover. And a Schaefer's Foods line change at this point for both sides. A lot of players subbing in and out. It'll be Shodine, Osmus, Caleb Smith, Ian McNevin, Noah Moss for Aken. Ethan Quayle, Blake Spitzka, River Summerness, Braden Dornsife, and Mason Lundgren for Pequot Lakes. Blake Spitzka kick, Dornsife far corner 3, too strong. Shodine didn't catch the rebound cleanly, but he does pick it up. Tyson Shodine putting the brakes on. And a reset, Moss pass, dangerous, Caleb Smith. Tyson Shodine on the far wing. Ian McNevin has it ripped away. River Summerness hands that one off. Ethan Quayle in the paint. That pass deflected by Tyson Shodine. It'll stay Pequot Lakes ball. 5:28 to go in the second half. 58-31 the lead for the Patriots. Blake Spitzka. Near side Ethan Quayle. And a hold called underneath. And it looks like it's going to be on Blake Spitzka. So Blake Spitzka picks up the foul. Tolif Birkland will sub back in for Blake Spitzka. Schaefer's Foods substitution. Noah Moss, Caleb Smith. Smith back to Moss. High pass, able to handle it. Noah Moss, they got to get into the front court. He does. Dangerous bounce pass taken away by River Summerness. Summerness slows it down back to Mason Lundgren. Tolif Birkland top of the key. Braden Dornsife on that far sideline. Lundgren hand off to Ethan Quayle. Quayle, Braden Dornsife. Berkland. Summerness swinging it around the perimeter. Now it's Mason Lundgren. Pass to a rolling Summerness. Didn't catch it cleanly. Double team comes from Aken. Rivers. Summerness. Oh, what a finish. Rivers Summerness 60-31 and a turnover forced by Pequot Lakes. Tolif Berkland calls for the ball. He's going to slow it down. With 4.5 to go here in the second half and a 60-31 lead. Dornsife, 4-3. Rolls around. Summerness the offensive rebound. Summerness is swarmed. Trying to find something, and a foul is going to be called. I believe that's going to go against Aitkin. Caleb Smith called for the foul. Isaiah Baker will check in for Ian McNevin. Berkland looking for someone on the inbounds play. Lob play back to Rivers Summerness. He'll hand that back to Ethan Quayle. Mason Lundgren. Pass near side, Braden Dornsife. Tolif Berkland at the top with 10 on the shot clock. Lundgren, far sideline. Swarmed. Ethan Quayle. Braden Dornsife's going to have to make something happen. Drive baseline, kick. Berkland, far corner, 3. Short. Tipped around. Dornsife, the rebound. Kick. Rivers Summerness, shot fake. Works his way in the paint. Turnaround. Trying to find someone open. Mason Lundgren, straight away 3. Too strong. Isaiah Baker of the board. Baker in the front court. Bounce pass to Caleb Smith. He's got a quick trigger. That's no good. Braden Dornsife on the rebound. 3.5 to go second half. 60-31 lead for Pequot Lakes. Braden Dornsife. Rivers Summerness near a wing. Oh, he wanted the shot. Instead, he'll pass it off to Mason Lundgren. Lundgren looking for something. Ethan Quayle now. Bounce pass from Rivers. Summerness has position on the low block. Got Baker in the air and lays it in. That's the experience of Rivers Summerness, a senior against a sophomore, and Isaiah Baker. Got him in the air, gets the lay-in to go. Caleb Smith lob play to Isaac Osmus. That one no good. Tipped around, and Dornsife the rebound. Osmus ripping at the jump ball. Instead, he'll get called for a foul. Isaac Osmus' second foul. Some Schaefer's Foods substitution. Ben Bruskovitz in for Pequot Lakes. Tolif Berkland trying to get away from Tyson Shodine all over him. Braden Dornsife pass. Bruskovitz kick. Mason Lundgren. Lundgren guarded by Caleb Smith. Lob. Bruskovitz lay in. No. Tipped around. Summerness has it. Rips it away from Caleb Smith. Rivers Summerness traveled. Picked up his pivot. Braden Dornsife subs out. Number 34. Don't have him on my roster sheet for Pequot Lakes. The Schaefer's Foods substitution. As all the seniors are now out for Aken with 2:20 to go in this sun. 62-31 lead for Pequot Lakes. Noah Moss hand back to Caleb Smith. Smith picked up his dribble. Isaac Osmus in the paint. Osmus lost it on his way up. Lays it in. 2 minutes to go, second half on the Lakes Area Paint and Body scoreboard. 62-33. Tolif Berkland hands that one off. It's 34 for Pequot Lakes. Kick out Mason Lundgren. Lundgren trying to drive baseline. Berkland, Rivers Summerness top of the key. Pass to no one. Out of bounds and turned over. Another Schaefer's Foods substitutions across the board, both sides. So Aken ball, 1:43 to go second half, 62-33. Noah Moss. Moss trying to shake free of Lundgren. He'll pass it off to Isaiah Baker. Baker kick. Owen Weir. That one's kicked by Mason Lundgren. It'll stay Aken ball. So Lundgren goes and chases the ball down. 1:27 to go here in the second half. 62-33. Isaiah Baker will be the inbound. Owen Weir. Weir picked up his dribble. He's got to find someone open. Isaiah Baker bumped by number 13, Mason Shetler. So Shetler called for the foul. Weir working around again. Pass Isaiah Baker. Baker. What a jump stop in the lane. Oh, it rolls around. Stays Aken ball. What a move by Isaiah Baker. Isaiah Baker on the inbounds recipient. Stepping it back on the perimeter. Another good jump stop there. Kick out Carson Hopperstad. Hopperstad on that far corner gives it to Owen Weir. Weir with under a minute to go from the free throw line. That's short. Lundgren the rebound. Mason Lundgren going to slow it down a little bit. Pequot Lakes. Kick. Lundgren for three. Yes! Mason Lundgren, the Pizza Ranch three. 65-33 now the lead. 2 second difference, or about a 1 second difference shot clock to game clock. That pass bounce off Bennett's or bounce out of bounds. Stays Aken ball. Carson Opperstad, the inbounder. We'll get that into Noah Moss. Moss, loose ball. Lundgren takes it away. And we'll see if the Patriots will take another shot. It looks like they're going to back it out. And most likely hold. Yes, they will. The Pequot Lakes Patriots going to back it out. Dribble this one out. And they were only up by 2 at the half, but they'll end up winning this one 65-33. The final score on the Lakes Area Paint and Body scoreboard. The Pequot Lakes Patriots 65 to the Aken Gobblers 33. We'll be back with post-game coverage of high school boys basketball coverage here on KKN AM 930. FM 103 on the Gobbler on and on yourliveevent.com. We'll be back.
218-429-0433.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Welcome to Aken Schools. Our mission here at Aken Public Schools is to empower our students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, staff, and parent involvement, all while learning in a safe environment. Our students take pride in being gobblers and are supplied with the facilities and tools necessary to achieve our goals of student success. For more information, visit home.isd1.org. We are ISD1. Go Gobblers!
Larson Group Real Estate to make your dreams come true. Just like on the court, Larson Group knows the importance of teamwork. Our experienced agents collaborate to ensure you get the best results every time. Score big with Larson Group, the MVPs of the Brainerd Lakes area. Visit larsongrouprealestate.com or call 218-692-6920.
Back here for post-game coverage, high school boys basketball here on KKIN AM 930 FM 103.1 The Gobbler and yourliveevent.com. Now joined by our big deal player of the game. Big deal brought to you by Atwater Chevrolet GMC in Aken, Riverwood Healthcare, Pizza Ranch in Baxter, Little Falls, WW Thompson Concrete Products in Brainerd, and Matson Lumber in Nisswa. He'll go to number 5, Harrison Kennan. He was a big reason for the Pequot Lakes Patriots going on their run in the second half and pulling away from Aken. And Harrison, you kind of dealt with foul trouble in the first half. Didn't play a lot of minutes, but you made a statement early on in the second half, helping your team pull away. What was the message in the locker room from the coaches at that halftime break? Because you guys came out a completely different team to start that second half.
Yeah, they just said we need to step up our game, and we really did, because we really came out with the shooting slump in the first half, but then we just brought it up real quick in the second half, and we got the game done.
And Harrison, you guys coming off a week off, last game was played last Thursday. Do you feel like that contributed to a little bit of the shooting slump early on? Because you guys really picked it up, especially from 3 in that second half, and really got the shots falling in that second half.
Yeah, it definitely made a big difference in our shooting, because then we just don't get any more game shots throughout the week, but that definitely helps.
And Harrison, you guys come into tonight, second to last game of the regular season, on the road against a team that's in your section, possibly might play them in section playoffs. How important was it to kind of come out here, take care of business? I know you go into half, it's a very close, tight game, and you guys came out in the second half, completely different team, dominated the entire second half. How important was it to kind of get back into that rhythm, getting ready for playoffs next week?
Yeah, it was very important for us, so we could secure the second seed, and then so we don't have to be the third seed and play some other good teams instead.
And then Harrison, talk about the confidence you guys can build off a game like this. It was not a pretty first half, but you guys came out in the second half. Really a changed team, different kind of energy in that second half, pulled away and ended up winning by over 30 points. Talk about the confidence you can build, that you can still possibly play a bad first half and come out a different team and play as good as you did in the second half.
Yeah, we definitely can't do that against very good teams like Esco, because then they'll just get out to a heavy lead like they did in our first game. But when we step up in the second game, it really helps us.
All right, Harrison, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on being our big deal player of the game.
Thank you.
That was Harrison Kennan of Pequot Lakes. Now going to be joined by our Enbridge I Bring the Energy player of the game. He'll go to number 5, Tyler Grolke of Aken. He was big in the first half for the Aken Gobblers. Got the scoring going early on in the first half where points were at a premium. And Tyler, kind of the same story as you guys against Detroit Lakes last week. You guys really were in the game for the first half or so, or first 30 minutes or so of the game, and then it kind of fizzled out towards the end. What do you think the team's confidence is that they can hang with some of these better teams across the state early on in games?
Well, I think when we come out in a game, we're really confident. We're a lot fresher than usual, but the confidence in the second half has to stay there, but I think we've really got a chance, especially when we play somebody in tournaments. We've got a good chance, because I think if our confidence stays there through the entire game, we can hang with those big teams.
And Tyler, I've noticed kind of a trend for your team these last few weeks where you guys come out firing on all cylinders in the first half, and you guys have played some really quality opponents these last couple of weeks. Does it kind of build the confidence of the team that you guys have been successful as you've been, and now just kind of finding the ability to keep it up for 36 minutes each and every night?
Yeah, it's like how we played Detroit Lakes. We came out, we started firing all cylinders, and same story with here, and that was the same in Proctor when we played, but the confidence has to stay there for the second half, and we kind of get a little tired, but confidence really is the key for us.
And Tyler, you guys, senior night, you're one of the fine seniors on this roster. All 5 of you seniors started, played very valuable minutes, especially early on in that first half. Talk about this senior class and how important it's been to the development of this team as a whole as the season has gone along.
I've loved spending my high school time with these guys. I'm around the younger guys a lot, so I kind of mentor them a little bit. But all the other guys were around those younger kids. We helped them. Just us as a whole, we've loved playing together. We've been playing together for a very long time, probably since the start I could remember, but we are looked upon from the younger guys, so when we bring out our confidence, they get confidence too.
And Tyler, I know you guys still have another regular season game tomorrow night, but do you feel like heading into section playoffs, with the way you guys have been able to play against some of these higher ranked teams, some of the top teams in the section, do you feel like there's more of a confidence that, hey, we can go into some of these big time games and possibly pull off an upset in section playoffs in a win or go home situations?
Yeah, definitely. But before the game, obviously the confidence has to be there. But we've been hanging with teams in the first half like we just did. But it's just got to be there in the second half. If we have it in the second half, I definitely believe we can go a couple rounds in, or maybe in win state. But like you say, confidence has to be the key for us, especially in our second half. We got to come out a lot harder than that. I got to come out with more confidence in the second half too. It's not just on them, it's on me too.
All right, Tyler, thank you so much for your time, and congratulations on the good start to the game here tonight, and good luck on the rest of your regular season and in section playoffs.
All right, thank you.
That was Tyler Grolke of the Aken Gobblers. We'll take a quick break, come back with more here on KKN AM 930, FM 103 on the Gobbler, and yourliveevent.com.
Since 1938, purchasing a new Ford car, truck, or pre-owned vehicle from Aken Motors. Family owned and operated. Aken Motors offers you a stress-free car shopping experience. Need an oil change? New tires? Check out the low-price tire guarantee. Aken Motors has a full service department with factory-trained Ford technicians. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AkenMotorsCO.com.
And in Little Falls. And back here on KKN AM 930, FM 103 on the Gobbler and yourliveevent.com. More post-game coverage now, joined by the head coach of the Aken Gobblers, Rob Mason. And Coach, it kind of was watching a similar game as against Detroit Lakes. You guys came out firing right at the start, really got the energy going in this team. What was the message to the team in the halftime locker room after another really good first half from you guys?
You know what? In the locker room at halftime, we told the guys that we belong. We belong. Don't count us out. We belong in these games. And now, little bit of tweaks that we're going to add for next week, because we're probably going to be playing these guys on Monday. Probably like not playing the same 5 guys for the whole 18 minutes of the first half would probably be smart, so we can save their legs for the second half a little bit. But they're believing.
And Coach, what's the message to the team after another game like this, where you guys really came out firing in the first half, kind of run out of gas a little bit towards the end, but you guys have proven these last few weeks playing some of the top teams in the section, in the conference, that you belong hanging around with these top dogs and can possibly pull an upset in section playoffs.
Man, we hope so. We really hope we can go and play a couple games, maybe ruin a couple people's years, because nobody expects anything from us. It is, for the Ted Lasso fans, it's to believe, right? Believe in what we're doing. Our defense was hitting on all cylinders really well in the first half. We got a little tired because we weren't rotating. So Isaac sat the whole first half. So we gave up some rebounds. Next week's going to be a different game. We've got everybody available. We're going to rotate guys. We're going to have everybody's going to be on the same page. And I hope these guys can pull off this beautiful upset next week.
And Coach, I know you guys still have one more regular season game going on tomorrow night. What's the message to the team heading into a game like that, where you kind of seeding-wise has figured out where you're kind of going to be at? Obviously, you want to stay as healthy as you guys have been, as you guys have kind of been dealt with an injury bug throughout the season. What's the message to the team these next few days, heading into section playoff games next week?
I think you nailed it. Stay healthy. The varsity, I think, is pretty much healthy. the underclassmen are the ones that are not healthy, so it's our JV and our C teams are running really thin right now. But, this is a special night for these seniors to have a good time, and that was pretty much the message all day. You guys just go out and have fun. Be some buddies. Be that team you guys grew up with, and, spent all those Saturdays in the gyms around the area and down in the cities and whatnot. And just go out and play some ball and be kids for the night.
And speaking of the senior night ceremony, you guys had a few words from underclassmen and the importance of these seniors. Talk about their development with these younger players. Tyler Grolke, one player that mentioned he's been a mentor for a lot of these younger players coming up in the program. Just talk about this senior class and how important they are to the development of this program for years to come.
It is. These seniors had a tough year. They really did. There's no way to. There's no sugarcoating that. Whole new system, new voices, new things that we're emphasizing. Every coach comes in and emphasizes something different. So they had to learn me, I had to learn them, and then they had to remesh with a team that they hadn't played together a lot. They've been overshadowed by a couple great teams in the past couple years, and some younger guys who are playing up. So they had to mesh. They worked their tails off physically, mentally, emotionally. And I just can't say enough for the work that these guys have put in and how they've overcome all the obstacles, the illness, the injuries, the schedule, the 9 out of 10 games on the road when we did that long road trip. They kept their heads about them. They're a great bunch of guys.
And Coach, what was the message to the team in the locker room after a tough defeat here tonight? But again, a really positive first half, to say the least, as you guys it looked like you guys were flustering Pequot Lakes at times in that first half. What's the message to the team in the locker room after this game and the opportunity you might be playing them again just in a few days?
It's real similar to when DL was here, that when we play our good, hard-nosed defense, we can fluster people, and our guys will do that. And we want to force them to shoot longer shots than they're comfortable with. And our guys were doing it. Our guys were getting after it, and we were taking care of their emotion and their movement, and they did a fantastic job. And so just continue that through that second half with some a little bit fresher legs, so we can keep our movement and our speed up. And gosh darn it, I think these guys believe that they got a good chance to get an upset.
All right, Coach, thank you so much for your time, and good luck on the rest of the regular season, and good luck in section playoffs starting next week.
Thank you very much.
That was head coach Rob Mason of the Aken Gobblers. More post-game coverage coming up on KKRN AM 930, FM 103.1 The Gobbler, and yourliveevent.com.
District 1 Girls Basketball Tournament at NDSCS is yourliveevent.com.
Stop. Holvelson, skip. Richmond, this would hurt for the Rebels, and it's a dagger.
From the quarterfinals on Friday, February 9th to the championship on Monday, February 12th. You can watch it all on your live event.
For these two. Open, Buckholtz, right wing three-pointer. Got it. Tickles a twine.
That's the District 1 Girls Basketball Tournament on yourliveevent.com starting February 9th.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
It's Reed's Hardwood Smoked Meat, made in Reed's very own smokehouse, located on County Road 3 and open at 7 a.m. 7 days a week. Shop Reed's Market in Cross Lake.
Back here for post-game coverage, high school boys basketball here on KKRN AM 930, FM 103.1 The Gobbler, and yourliveevent.com. Now joined by the head coach of the Pequot Lakes Patriots, Rich Spitzka, and Coach Aken kind of came out with the momentum of senior nights, really got after you guys early on in the first half. What was the message to the team at the halftime break? Because you guys were a completely different team in that second half.
I think in the first half, I thought we got a lot of good shots. We just didn't make anything. I mean, we probably shot 15% in the first half, at least until the last couple minutes. You know, the message was we just got to keep doing the same things. We were doing a lot of the right things. The ball just wasn't going in the basket, you know, and do a few different things defensively and force some other things to happen. But our kids, pretty mature response by our kids coming out. Like we talked about in the pregame, you know, we got a lot of new bodies playing. I mean, it's at this point you have a full season of varsity experience, if not multiple, depending on which kid you are. But very mature response by our kids coming out of the locker room, and you know, pretty dialed in the second half.
And Coach, to start that first half, you guys hadn't played a game in about a week. Kind of a weird scheduling situation with playing mostly every other night in the regular season until this last week. Do you feel like that kind of was a factor in missing some shots? Because there were some uncharacteristic misses early on in the game here tonight, and allowed Aken to kind of get some momentum on defense and get their offense going early on here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a little bit to that. I think it's, you know, you kind of get so used to getting in a routine where you play every Tuesday or Thursday and Friday, and then when you go a week without playing, you know, that has a little bit of an effect. It's not the worst thing in the world, because a little bit of rest this time of year is probably not the end of the world. I don't know if we were flat as much as we just didn't make shots. I mean, I don't know that we've ever played really, really well over here. I think it's a tough place to play. But I thought our kids did a lot of the right things. We just didn't make a lot of shots in the first half.
And then, Coach, talking about the second half, Harrison Kennan missed a lot of the first half due to foul trouble. Talk about his impact, especially early on in the second half. He really was the spark that got the team going. Once he really started getting the offensive glass, getting some buckets to go, the rest of the team kind of started getting their shots going. Talk about his impact in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, huge impact, especially on the glass for us. I mean, we even early in the second half, I don't know that we shot it all that well right out of the gate, but we were able to get a couple offensive rebounds, a couple baskets, so we're scoring without making the first one, which is, those are huge baskets when you can get second chance points. So, you know, but yeah, I mean, we had opportunity, and you know, did a nice job of getting the ball in there. You know, nice job of getting it off the glass and making some plays.
And then, Coach, defensively, you guys held Aken to 11 points in the second half. Talk about what was the impact on the defensive side of things in that second half, not allowing them to get good shots and forcing a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing is our kids, we talked about in the pregame, our kids are going to play 36 minutes, and they're going to guard you. Our kids are pretty invested on the defensive end, and I thought we did a decent job in the first half. We also play better defense when we're playing good offense, so they kind of go hand in hand. If you shoot the ball a little better, also you got a little bit more hop in your step, you're closing out a little faster, you're getting the loose balls. So, you know, our kids did a nice job defensively. We have for the most part all year. You know, I think our kids are holding guys to 49 points a game or something like that coming into tonight. So, you know, that's kind of what, you know, we're kind of spoiled. We kind of expect it as a coaching staff, but our kids, you know, another episode of it tonight of, you know, always guarding for 36 minutes.
And then, Coach, you mentioned in the pregame that this team is more of a balanced, spread-out attack. Everyone can contribute. This was much of the same story tonight. A lot of different players got on the score sheet, and only a few players hitting double digits. Talk about just the balance across the board, that anyone who stepped on the floor here tonight was able to make a contribution both offensively and defensively for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of spoiled. You know, we got a bunch of kids that can make plays and make shots, and when we move the ball around and get the right one, you know, we can be hard to guard. I mean, and every night it's kind of somebody different. I mean, I think in our last 5 games, I think we've had 4 or 5 different leading scorers in our last 5 games. So, you know, I mean, that's a huge thing to have as a team, because it's pretty hard to play a game where everybody's having their best night. So you're going to have a kid or two that's just not having their best night. That's just part of high school basketball. But, you know, we feel pretty fortunate to see the balance that we've played with lately.
And then, Coach, what's the message to the team in the locker room after this one? You guys have one more regular season game tomorrow night, and then you're hitting section playoffs. What's the message to the team these next few days heading into a regular season finale tomorrow and then section playoffs coming up next week?
Yeah, I mean, the big thing is, you know, let's try to propel from the second half of tonight into tomorrow. And, you know, it's a big conference game for us, 3A opponent, so it'll be a tough game and another gym that's hard to play in. So, you know, we got to be ready to go. Senior night for them tomorrow night too, so we got to handle that extra energy, you know, and do our part. But, you know, we gotta polish up where we are, and after Friday, it's nobody has any wins and nobody has any losses. So it's one game at a time, and you prepare and go from there.
All right, Coach, thank you so much for your time, and congratulations on the win. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
That was head coach Rich Spitzka of the Pequot Lakes Patriots after they get the victory over Aken 65-33. The final score there is, this was our As Pequot Lakes will hit the road tomorrow night, they'll take on Little Falls. Aken is home tomorrow night, hosting Staples Motley right here on yourliveevent.com. Tomorrow night we'll have Pine River Bacchus and Swanville on Your Live Event as well at 7:10 p.m. in boys basketball. Look at some scores from tonight. In high school girls basketball section 7AA, girls basketball final scores: Pequot Lakes 67-21, Pierce 62-23, and Crosby Ironton 92-22 over Aken. In high school, there's Section 5A West girls basketball action. It was Nevis 62-46 over Pine River Bacchus. In Section 6A Boys Hockey Championship, Alexandria 6-1 over Northern Lakes. Alexandria heading to state. And then in boys basketball action, Crosby Ironton falls at Detroit Lakes 81-55, and it was Pequot Lakes getting the 65-33 victory here over the Aken Gobblers. We'd like to thank you so much for tuning into tonight's contest. Make sure you go thank our sponsors. Without them, tonight would not be possible. Go thank our sponsors. We'll get you back to your regularly scheduled programming. Thank you so much for tuning into tonight's action, and we'll see you next time. We got 2 games tomorrow night, and we'll update you. Make sure you check out our website, rjbroadcasting.com, the most up-to-date in terms of basketball schedules for section playoffs these next couple of weeks. It's going to be hectic. Make sure you check out the website, rjbroadcasting.com. Check out the final whistle tomorrow, 4:30, 3WIAM 1270 FM 96.3. It's also streaming live at rjbroadcasting.com for post-game coverage and reactions from the game here tonight. Also from other games on our airwaves tonight. We're going to wrap things up, get you back to your regularly scheduled program. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Good night, everybody, from Aken High School. Again, Pequot Lakes 65-33 over Aken here on KKN AM 930, FM 103 upon the Gobbler, and yourliveevent.com. Until next time, good night, everybody.